Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Shell and this is, I think it's my 10th and 11th weeks at Slimming World. I meant to check that out before I started. It could be 11th and 12th weeks, but I think it's the 10th and 11th weeks. I didn't get to do a video last week. On the day that I was going to do my video, we had a phone call from my father-in-law's neighbour to say that he'd had a bad fall and could we go up. And when we got there he had a terrible fall and he'd injured himself quite badly and had to go to hospital. So that day was all gone and the next few days was all taken up with visiting in hospital, and then he came home and he was home for a day and then went back, and so we were generally helping out because we're the only relatives here, and it took up all our time basically. And really, I suppose other people, if they've just got 5 minutes, they can do a quick video, but because as you know, I can't see and I can't do my own video, it's not just grabbing my 5 minutes, I've got to find somebody else's 5 minutes to help me do the video, and it just didn't get done. And by the time it got to Wednesday, I thought, well, there's not much point now, I might as well roll both of them into one video, so that's what's happening. Fortunately, the happy ending, he's all home from hospital now and starting to get better. But it wasn't easy because, as you know, I can't see at all, and my partner, who can see a bit, is also registered blind, so it's quite difficult for us to get our own things done as well as try and help somebody else, so the time was just eaten up. Anyway, last Friday I went to group, and it was a nice group. We had Woman of the Year competition, as I think most people did, and I was very pleased to get nominated. I've got my certificates here, which is my nomination for Woman of the Year, which is very nice. I have a sneaking suspicion that one of my friends nominated me because I've only been going 10 weeks, and you know, the other ladies that were nominated had done fantastically well. I mean, they'd lost stones and stones and been going for quite a while. But I was pleased because the lady I nominated won, which was brilliant, and she's a fantastic member. She's our only Target member, and she stays pretty much in Target all the time, and she's always got lots of tips for everybody, and she's very encouraging. So I was pleased that I nominated her and that she did win, and she was a worthy winner, and it was great. It was a nice class, and they had a taster as well, and as I've said before, I don't partake in the tasters, and neither of the people that I was sat with did either, so that was quite nice not to be the only one. But it was a nice group. And yesterday I went to group again, and the Friday before I'd lost £2, so I was very pleased with that, and that £2 crossed me over into the 9 stones. It made me 9 stone 13.5, so I was really made up with that. To be back in the 9 stones, I can't remember when I was last in the 9 stones. It must be years and years and years ago, so I was made up really good. So yesterday I went to class, and yesterday class was one of those really nice classes. I mean, you go to class every week and they're always nice, but there are some that are just extra specially nice, where everyone seems in a good mood, and it was really, you know, we had a really good laugh, and a few people that hadn't done so good, a few people had done well, and everybody was joining in, and it was just great, really good feeling. And there were quite a few more people in the class. Must have been about 10 people there, which is a good number for us, although a lot of them are going to be on holiday over the next couple of weeks, so the numbers will be down. And I know our consultant would really like to get more numbers in the class, because it doesn't seem to be building up very much. So hopefully I would like to think more people will join up soon. Perhaps once the kids go back to school and winter comes in, it'll get, you know, a bit better. But it was a lovely class. We had such good fun, and I've made some really good friends there now. You know, when you first go into the class and you don't know anybody, and it's who should you sit with and who can you talk to. And now when I go into class, there are people there shouting, "Oh, come and sit with us, come and sit with us." And it's nice to go and sit with them every week and get to know them and have a good chat. So it's becoming a bit, you know, quite a bit more of a social thing as well as just you know, going to get weighed, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And it's, you know, it is good for me because I haven't got lots of confidence around people, so it's quite a thing to go on my own and meet people and make friends. So this week I've done well, lost another £1, which takes my weight loss total in the 11 weeks to 1 stone 10.5 pounds. So I'm really pleased with that, heading down towards that 2 stone mark, which is, I just can't imagine getting 2 stone of weight off. And she was starting to talk about Christmas this week. Now, Christmas fills me with absolute horror because I never manage Christmas. Every year I promise and promise and promise that this year I'm not going to make a pig of myself, and every year I usually get to about the first week in December, and that's usually me done till March. It's usually March before I can get back on any sort of decent eating plan, and it makes it all the harder that I've lost the weight, because I know that once December comes, now that I've lost a couple of stones near enough, when December comes I'll be thinking, oh, I know, I'm 2 stones down, even, you know, won't really matter. So it does fill me with panic, Christmas. Not really looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that I can stay on plan reasonably over the Christmas period. I would be happy not to lose or gain over the Christmas time. But anyway, let's not talk about Christmas, it's too depressing. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I found this week, all of a sudden, out of the blue, I've become incredibly bored with my meals. And I don't know why, but perhaps it's just because I've been eating the same sorts of things for the last, nearly 3 months now. Breakfast is fine. I love my breakfast, look forward to it every day. Dinner time is fine. Our soup, salad, I'm absolutely happy with that. I really look forward to it. My snacks at night that I have around about 10 o'clock, very happy with. It's just my evening meal. And I noticed yesterday, the day before and today, when I sat down for my evening meal, I just thought, not this again. And so something's going to have to change. I'm not sure what to do yet. But now that I'm in the 9 stones, I think I can afford a bit more flexibility. I wouldn't mind if I gained a tiny bit whilst trying something out, or if my weight loss slowed up a little bit. You know, perhaps including a few more sins on my evening meal. Because at the minute I only eat around about 7 to 10 sins in a day, so I have got 5 left over to play with. Maybe I could have, I don't know, a couple of sausages or something a bit different. I haven't had Slimming World chips so far either, so I might try and have some of those. I just need to change things. You know, you don't want to be looking at your tea and thinking, I am so unenthusiastic about this that I don't want to bother eating it. So something's got to change. Maybe not over this weekend, because all I've got in is the same foods. Obviously not knowing that I was going to get bored this week, because it was quite a surprise. I've been really happy with me evening meals right up until 3 days ago, and it was just like flicking a switch. I am just bored. So I might have to look up a few recipes and change things around, get some new foods out, and have a look, see what I can do differently. I don't know if this happens to everybody. You know, maybe you start off and you've got your little collection of meals and you're going through and round and round and round, and eventually I suppose you're bound to get bored with them. But I'm going to add a few more carbs in, I think. It could be because it's been a very, very stressful week. And I don't eat a massive amount of carbs, so I'm thinking of perhaps adding a little bit more potatoes, a few more rice, a bit more pasta. I don't eat a lot of those, so maybe it's time to add them in and see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to try some different things. It's Bank Holiday Monday, so I won't be doing my shopping now till Tuesday, so I'll have a think about it till then and try some different things. I have bought this week the Slimming World bean burgers from Iceland. I haven't tried them yet. I might give them a try over the weekend, maybe, see what they're like. I'm looking forward to those. I do like bean burgers. And I also tried the microgreens from Iceland as well. They were like 4 little steam bags of greens, and I thought they were horrible. I really did. And I know that a lot of people in my class love them, and I didn't check the ingredients. I just thought, oh, greens, it's going to be cabbage and kale and whatever. And when I got them home and checked out the ingredients, it had in it spinach, which I cannot stand cooked spinach. Love it raw, but I cannot bear cooked spinach. And worse than that, it had seaweed in. Now, oh dear, I just find seaweed revolting. And I thought it only had, I think it was only 2% of seaweed, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go, perhaps it won't be that bad. But just the smell of these bags, I did eat them for my tea. I ate 2 with some, I can't remember what I had on top now, something on top. And I had to really struggle to get through them, really, it was really bad. So I ended up throwing the other 2 out because once my hubby sniffed them, he said he couldn't eat them either. So I ended up throwing the other 2 bags out. But that was my own fault though. I mean, I'm sure if you like spinach and seaweed, then you're going to love it. I had cabbage and broccoli and something else in as well. So if you like those things, then you're obviously going to like them. But if I'd have known that before I'd bought them, I should have checked. I wouldn't have bought them. I don't think I've tried anything else new this week, and the only thing I have started going off my cauliflower rice as well. The first few bags I bought were brilliant, but the recent bags I've bought, when I've opened them up, they've got a funny smell about them, like fermenting. So I would think if you can get them when they've just gone on the shelf and they're brand new in the bag, fine. But I've noticed that after a few days, and once I've had them in the fridge a few days, they've got this distinct vinegary taste and a sort of sniff of, it's a bit off-putting. I tried running them under the cold tap before I cooked them. I could still taste it, so I think I've eventually gone off cauliflower rice as well. And you know, maybe you could make it yourself. I haven't looked into that yet. I'm sure you could. But no, time has come to try some different things this week. So next Friday, hopefully, when I go to class, I won't have put on any weight. And hopefully as well, I'll be sounding a little bit more positive. But I did watch Jane's video today. I don't know if anybody watches Jane Day's video. She did a brilliant video today, which I found very encouraging. She's always good to watch, and she's always got good advice. And I think, from what she's saying, perhaps I do need to add a few more carbs into the diet. Anyway, I've waffled on for ages this week, but it has been a double episode. So I'll catch everybody next week. I hope you have a good weight loss and a good week on plan. And one more thing, I hope everybody like me got their winter coat out this week and couldn't believe how big it was. Because I haven't worn a winter coat since I started on the Slimming World, and when I wore it before, it was so tight. You know when your coat gets so tight that it's all rucking up at the back because it's too tight for you. When I put it on today, first time, it was baggy, and it was so baggy that it was like sticking out at a point at the front, at the bottom. It was huge, really big. So I hope everybody else has experienced that this week when they got the winter coats out, because it has been cold enough for them. Right, catch everybody next week. Take care. Bye.